Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Bird Dog here. It's been a couple days since I last spoke to you guys. There's been a lot that's gone on and a lot of rumors that are still running rampant around MLB. Let's start off with a couple minor signings that happened over the last couple days. First, Anthony Swarzak, relief pitcher, signs a 2-year deal with the New York Mets, so he's off the table. Continuing with that relief pitcher market, Melvin Upton Jr. gets a minor league deal with the Cleveland Indians. Don't really know what the Indians are thinking with that. Melvin Upton Jr. is the worst baseball player in the history of life. The Astros, the World Series winning Astros, signed Hector Rondon to a 2-year contract to help solidify their bullpen a little bit. And then there was a nice trade that happened late last week. The Phillies traded Freddie Galvis to the San Diego Padres. San Diego has really needed a shortstop. And it just so happened that the Phillies were looking to get J.P. Crawford in the lineup, so Freddie Galvis became available. Nice little pickup for the Padres there. Mike Napoli has become of interest to a couple teams. The Mets, the Twins, they seem to be quite interested in acquiring Mike Napoli's services. Still a pretty useful bat. Off the bench. Probably won't be a starter at this point. Maybe with Minnesota, who knows. And then we had a couple big signings happen on Friday. The first couple big signings of big guys off the board. The Phillies agreed to a 3-year, $60 million deal with Carlos Santana. So he's going to Philadelphia. Moments after that deal went through, Zach Cozart signed a 3-year deal with the Anaheim Angels. He's going to be playing third base for the Angels. I think that's a pretty solid pickup right there. I think both teams, I think Philly going out and grabbing Carlos Santana kind of lets everybody know that they're in the market. They're going to be spending their money this year and next year. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them taking a swing at some big arms, some big starting pitching arms like Marcus Stroman, like Chris Archer. I know those names have floated around on Philly's radar, so wouldn't be surprised to see them pull a big deal for a big starting pitcher. Philadelphia is going to be a team to watch in the next couple years. A deal went down for starting pitching late Friday night. The San Francisco Giants traded Matt Moore to the Texas Rangers. Texas has been in the market for a starting pitcher or two, picking up lefty Mike Moore. That's a pretty decent pickup, or Matt Moore, sorry. It's a pretty decent pickup for them. Texas wasn't really going to be able to spend, I don't think, in the free agent market, but picking up Moore is, it's great. Yankees, they are still in the market for some starting pitching. They did sign CC Sabathia to a 1-year deal. Kind of had a couple names talking to CC. The Jays were interested in his services. I always had a feeling that he was going to go back to the Yankees, though, so he signs a 1-year deal. But they're still in deep discussions with Pittsburgh on Garrett Cole, the Tigers on Michael Fulmer, in Arizona with Patrick Corbin. I think if any of those 3 deals go through, I think it's going to be with Arizona. I think that I don't think the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to get what they want for Garrett Cole. I don't think the Tigers are going to get what they want for Fulmer. So I think the realistic trade there is going to end up being Patrick Corbin. Maybe the Yankees can kick up their prospect game a little bit so that they can haul off the contract of Jacoby Ellsbury, because I know that Jacoby Ellsbury was pretty... he's not interested in leaving the Yankees, but I know the Yankees are interested in dealing off his contract, so maybe something can be worked out there. Who knows? Another interesting trade happened on Saturday with, it's pretty much just a giant salary dump all around. The Braves trading Matt Kemp back to the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers trading away some terrible contracts in Adrian Gonzalez, Brandon McCarthy, and Scott Kazmir to Atlanta. Quickly after, Atlanta designates Adrian Gonzalez for assignment, so he's now a free agent as of Wednesday. And it looks probably like the Dodgers are going to do the same thing with Matt Kemp, probably designate him for assignment or try and trade him. I don't think anyone's going to want to trade for that contract, so they might have to spice it up by including a prospect to get rid of Matt Kemp. But I don't see Matt Kemp sticking around there too long, so I think that he's going to be gone pretty quickly. Some news coming today, some interesting news. Yu Darvish is meeting with the Chicago Cubs brass today. Could Yu Darvish end up in Chicago? That would be a pretty impressive pickup for the Cubbies if they can go out and they can snag Yu Darvish. That's an interesting story to watch. The St. Louis Cardinals are still in rampant pursuit for Josh Donaldson. They just will not give up the Josh Donaldson sweepstakes. They're not going to trade Josh Donaldson, I don't think. So they should probably just get off the hammer and move on to Manny Machado. Speaking of Manny Machado, where the hell is Manny Machado going to end up by the end of the week? Apparently the offers have intensified through the teams that are interested. We know the Phillies are interested. We know that the Yankees, the Red Sox, and surprisingly the White Sox and the Cardinals are all interested. But where's he going to end up? Apparently he could be traded by the end of the week. That's something to really watch. That's something that really interests me. Because if Manny Machado does get traded, then I think the Jays have to turn around and trade Josh Donaldson. So we'll keep our eye on that. That little ditty over the next couple days. The Red Sox dipped into the free agent pool today. They signed first baseman Mitch Moreland to a 2-year deal. That's interesting because we know that Boston's been very interested in Eric Hosmer. Looks like they've moved on from Hosmer and they've went with Moreland. I know that Boston Red Sox Nation cannot be happy with this signing. It's a cop-out. It's a cheap-out. You're not going to be competing with the Yankees going out and signing guys like Mitch Moreland. The guy's an absolute plug. Just leave him alone. And now they're looking to trade Hanley Ramirez. Once again, you're not going to deal off that contract. You're stuck with Hanley Ramirez because they want to sign JD Martinez. But they got to free up some cash, it looks like. It ain't going to happen. No one's going to be willing to take on Hanley Ramirez's contract. So it's best if they probably just forget that they ever came up with that idea and move on. What else here? Evan Longoria is garnering some heavy interest from the San Francisco Giants. They need a third baseman. Tampa Bay looks to be in sell mode, so that's a pretty good fit. I wonder what they'd have to give up in return to get Evan Longoria. We'll have to see how that plays out. I'm hearing that the Tigers are pretty interested in bringing back Alex Avila to be their platoon with James McCann. So we'll have to watch that situation as well. It could be an interesting flip option at the trade deadline again. The Twins are also interested in Yu Darvish. So we know a lot of teams are looking at Yu Darvish as that game changer, and it looks like the Twins are willing to step up and pay the money that he wants. I don't know if they're actually going to do it. We'll see how that goes. And the last thing we're going to talk about today is going to be the brutal Miami Marlins. They trade away their best player in Giancarlo Stanton. They trade away Michael Ozuna, Christian Yelich, Realmuto. They're both saying they want out of Miami now. Miami's saying that they're not going to deal either of them. JT and Christian, they want out of South Beach. They want to go to a team that's going to be a contender the next 2 years, not the next decade. You got to trade them. You got to trade them for everything that you can get. If you're going to go full rebuild mode and you're going to take the time and the years to rebuild properly, get as much as you can for Yelich. I mean, the kid's an absolute stud. Get as much as you can for JT. The kid's an absolute beauty, one of the best young catchers in baseball, if not the best young catcher in baseball. Marlins, trade them both. Get as much as you can, okay? So that's kind of everything that's gone on over the last couple days in the MLB. Still lots of huge free agent names out there to be signed. Lots of trades to happen. I think this next couple days is going to be a firestorm when it comes to free agency and trade. So keep your pants on. Keep your pants tight. Who knows what's going to happen in the next couple days. So make sure you click subscribe underneath the video. If you like this video or any of my other videos, make sure you subscribe to my page. Check out my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links are in the description below. Make sure you check out this video and similar videos from the Shizzle on baseballbabble.com. That's all I got to say today, guys. I gone.